Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fisherman Blog number 117, and it got really cold a couple of days ago. Cold enough that it was into single digits, and I came out in the morning to have a look at these guys. I stuck my finger in the pond, and it was chilly. It was definitely below 20 in the water itself. Fortunately, there's enough water here that it does resist, drastic changes in temperature. But as you can see, even now, they're a little slower. Not a whole lot, because the water is a bit warmer now. That one cold snap lasted, well, just the day technically, but in the mornings now it is much cooler. Definitely below 20, but it is in the double digits. And we are still getting quite warm days, so I think this may stick it out just a little bit longer. Probably another week or two anyway. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't want to risk the fish. I don't want it, certainly not going to leave this out until it's consistently in the single digits at night. So that's going to have to come down soon. And I'm going to miss it, because it really did turn out well this year. I mean, it had such a rocky start at the beginning with the, again, cold weather. And then we had some drastically fluctuating temperatures for a while. But then the summer settled in, and it was been consistently warm, and these guys have done really, really well. I am kind of anxious in one way, of course, to take it down, because I want to see, well, what the plants all look like. Of course, have a look at the fish and all that, and see what's what. One of the things I thought about, and I'm not sure I'm going to do it or not, is I was thinking about just transferring this whole thing into the basement, putting a really powerful light over top of it, and seeing if I can continue this kind of look throughout the winter. I'm not sure. Leave comments if that's something that interests you or not. I might try it out. So let's get on to the fish room. I removed all the fish out of this tank except one pair of rice fish. They are a little bit shell-shocked because, there were dozens of fish in here at one point, but the pair has bred once, and I'm going to wait and see if they do it again, but, well, definitely under the 2-week mark. And then I'm going to take them out, put them in a tank with a bunch of guppies and just, fish that will make them feel more secure. And then I'm going to wait and see if the first batch or the second batch of eggs, if the second batch happens, hatch out or not. So that's my current plan with that, and we'll see how it goes. So these tanks are settling in now. It didn't take them too long. There's still a lot more work I need to do in the fish room. You're going to see as these images go by, some of the tanks need their glass cleaned. Most of it, as far as the water goes, is quite healthy now, but I have not got to the point yet where I'm consistently doing maintenance down here, because it just got to the point now where temperatures are fine. You'll notice on that far end tank, I have taken that breeder box down because I'm finding aquariums, I should say in general, are much more conducive to raising the fish. As you can see, these guys here are much happier now. This is the paludarium. It is now reserved for killifish, and you can see there's quite a few in here, and there will soon be quite a few more as well, because I'm going to continue to breed them. I'm going to see how they do in this sort of large community. I've taken out almost all the surface plants and a few other plants. I've put a little bit of Java moss in there. I am going to put a little bit more Java fern on the back wall if I ever get around to it. And other than that, it's left as is. Of course, this is with the front cover removed. That's always in place, because otherwise these guys wouldn't stay in at all. But anyway, like I said, they're doing really nicely. I'm very happy with them. I'm going to fatten them up a little bit in the next little while, and I have a lot more males in this last batch, which is interesting. Not really that important, other than the fact that I might be able to put some of them in some of my clients' tanks, which I think they'll be happy about, because they are very colorful. And one last clip for the killies here I want to show you is all those that you saw in the paludarium. Well, he's the dad, and he is a lovely fish. So you also see right there beneath him, that's one of his fry as well, and I'm going to pull him or her out of here and put it in the paludarium. And like I said, lots of breeding of killies, which is wonderful, and hopefully I'll get a nice colony of them going. Speaking of breeding, the leopard and zebra danios, these are the leopards. I'm going to start breeding more and more of them, and I've decided to breed them a little bit differently. I will show you how that's all going to happen when the time comes. not so much a huge change, but again, I'm trying to switch a lot of what I do now over to tank-based breeding instead of breeder boxes and that sort of thing, just to give them more space and, of course, a much more stable environment. These guys are doing really nicely. Like I said, this tank settled in quite well very quickly after my little vacation, and of course, the more important part, of course, was the air pump breaking, but they're happy and they're healthy. That's all that really matters. And I'm going to show you this clip here of the pond because, yes, that is a male killifish. And I have seen a female in here as well. What happened is when I stopped using the spotting mop, I just tossed it in here, just in case there was an egg or two in there. And apparently there's at least two, and as you can see also right there now, there's 2 white clouds in here. And there's one more in another aquarium which I'm going to pull out and put in here as well. I mean, hey, life finds a way. I mean, they will reproduce, and I think I might leave that pair of killies in here just to see what happens. They are very good at finding each other and, of course, of laying eggs and everything. So, and the guppies are doing very, very well in here. Normally there's a large school of baby guppies there, but I had just fed, so they're obviously around digging up something somewhere. So the only thing that's not doing as well as I'd hoped, and because of all the comments I've been getting and everything, is the Venus flytrap. I can't seem to get it to be interested in anything. I am going to continue to try. I have a little clip coming up, actually, I think it's the next one, showing how I'm capturing a few flies and putting them in here. It's not dead. It seems to stabilized. We'll see how it goes, I guess. And that lemon geranium is doing really well. I do need to do something about that, though. And also the other thing I need to do a lot about, of course, is my live cultures. I need to start ramping things up a little bit more. So this is what I did. This is very straightforward. I took a little piece of meat, tossed it in there, and then when I go out, I just cover up the end of it, and then put them into the dispenser, and that's how I get them in there. So, 2 projects I did poll a little while ago, and this is one of them. I need to do an awful lot of work on this tank, and I know how long I've been saying that. It's been forever I've been saying I should do some work on this tank. Well, now that the fall's getting here and I get more reliable temperatures and the fish room isn't stifling, I'm going to get to that. And the other thing, of course, that was higher on the poll was finishing this off. And yeah, it's definitely time to get that up and running. I'm going to get it going as a small sump, and then we'll see what I'm going to do with it after that. Because I want to get this tank that it is hooked up to a higher quality of care as far as what you guys get to see and stuff. It is a little, well, I mean, this tank and the tank below it are my most neglected tanks. I just do water changes on them. I don't clean them. I don't do anything to them. Every now and then I'll pull a female out that has babies, and then that's it. So, and speaking of the babies, a whole pile of Johanna in here as well. So anyway, we'll get to all this. Definitely leave comments. Let me know what you think. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.